explosive. You guessed it, volcanoes. Here on Geography and Geology, or GAG, we're looking at a volcanic case study. Puyehue-Cordón Caulle in Chile. According to Wikipedia, the Puyehue and Cordón Caulle are two coalesced volcanic edifices that form a major mountain massif in the Puyehue National Park in the Andes of Ranco Province, Chile. Now, the only word I understand out of that, apart from the simple ones like the, is Chile. So let's go there. We're here in Santiago. We are on our way to the Puyehue National Park. But we've just stopped to have a glimpse of the local wildlife. Alpacas. So I'm here in the Puyehue National Park. But why have I been referring to the volcano as Puyehue-Cordón Caulle? Well, actually, it's a complex of two volcanoes. The Puyehue stratovolcano and the Cordón Caulle fissure system. The flat-topped Puyehue volcano is a whole 2,236 meters high, and I'm going to climb it. Fun fact! The Cordón Caulle is the world's largest southern Andean geothermal area that's active. The volcano is situated above a 5-kilometre wide caldera and is topped with a 2.4-kilometre caldera. So what actually is a caldera? Well, when a volcano blows its load, all the magma and stuff flies out in an eruption, usually. Underneath the volcano it is no longer structurally sound. So the volcano actually collapses in on itself, creating a sort of crater, but it's not a crater, because that is created when the volcano erupts. This is a result of it collapsing in on itself after an eruption, like so. Here's the volcano, and now eruption, collapsed in on itself, caldera. We spoke to a so-called expert
who told us that the volcano was created on a destructive plate boundary between the Nazca Plate and the South American Plate.
The Puyehue-Cordón Caulle was created on a destructive plate boundary, with the oceanic Nazca Plate being subducted under the continental South American Plate.
So here we have a diagram of sorts of the South American continental plate and the Nazca oceanic plate, which subducts under the South American plate, thereby creating the volcano.
This kind of tectonic interaction can prompt notable seismic activity, to which the eruption of Puyehue-Cordón Caulle in June 2011 has been linked. There are an estimated 230 squirrel! Earthquakes per hour prior to the subplinian eruption of the fissure system, which had remained inactive for 51 years.
June the 4th, 2011. The most spectacular eruption of modern times begins. At approximately 3:15, there was an explosion and a reported 5-kilometre wide ash cloud that rose to an altitude of 10 kilometres. 18 days afterwards, lava spilled out of the volcano, heading west. According to Argentine physicists, the eruption sent 100 million tons of ash, sand, and pumice stone into the atmosphere. The power of the eruption was equivalent to that of 70 atomic bombs.
The ash cloud was like an immigrant, crossing over borders like they didn't exist. It crossed into Argentina, causing the army to be dispatched to the affected areas. It reached Uruguay, causing flights to be disrupted. On the 11th of June, the ash cloud reached New Zealand. The ash was generally deposited over Patagonia. However, in October, high winds stirred it up and caused severe disruptions to flight in Buenos Aires and Montevideo. The ash cloud was blown all across the southern hemisphere over cities such as Stanley, Cape Town, Adelaide, Perth, Wellington in New Zealand, Auckland and Sydney, causing severe disruption and cancellations to many flights, leading to travel chaos. By the 18th of June, the ash cloud had circled the globe and arrived back in Chile. Some areas in Argentina close to the border with Chile, had ash falling daily for 4 months.
Approximately 4.5 million innocent fish were killed, with an economic impact on farming in the area. The ash also deposited a layer of tephra on the bottom of Puyehue Lake. The ash cloud led to Argentina declaring a state of emergency for the farmers in the affected area. The ash destroyed the little serviceable pasture land, and as a result millions of sheep and cattle died, leading to disastrous environmental and economic consequences.
As the earthquake activity increased, a red alert was issued to the surrounding area. This was later extended to a wider area after the proper eruption began. Thousands of people had to leave their homes. However, as a result, no one died. On the 19th of June, it was deemed safe for people to return to their homes.
Me encantaría deciros que este proyecto es sumamente mierda. No soy chileno. Tiburón tejón jamón. Asuntos pluma verde.
The cost to airlines was estimated at roughly 32 million Australian dollars, and the closure of Sydney and Melbourne airports cost the tourism industry an estimated $10 million a day. In Argentina, ashes were advertised for sale, and some ash actually fertilised the soil, and also some was used for making handicrafts. The President of Argentina pledged $2 billion to farmers and businesses affected by ash, and $7 million on clean-up, benefits and tax breaks for the hardest hit regions, long term. Well, we're back here in England. That's all from us this week here at GAG. Join us next week and we'll be discussing the social, economic and environmental impacts of valves. In the meantime, I hope you learned a heck of a lot about the big, hot, explosive
Puyehue-Cordón Caulle.